Welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, and this is In My Own World Tarot, and this is the daily energy reading for Moon Sign Monday. The moon is in the the zodiac of Libra right now. And so, what the moon being in Libra means is that you could have the tendency to apologize for how you feel because you don't want things to go out of balance with that Libra, that Venusian energy. So it's like you may be in all rights to be smart with someone, or someone's not taking what you're saying in the correct way, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry I was so snappy. It's because of the energy of the moon is making you more apologetic and making you actually feel the other person feeling you're out of balance. So the energy that's going on as we're speaking about Moon Sign Monday this week, while the moon is waxing because we're preparing for a full moon in Capricorn, is a very apologetic and forgiving energy. But you can also get lost in the sauce with that energy because you can lose your own identity by putting other people's feelings first. So you want to be mindful of that this week. All right, especially in the next couple of days. We know moon phases last for 2 to 3 days. So just be very mindful of that. And you're going to catch yourself doing it. Now that I said it, you're going to catch yourself like, oh, I did just do that. You're going to catch yourself doing it. So we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. We're going to go Aries to Pisces. And then from Aries to Pisces, we'll get the collective message for the reading as well. I even forgot I had Moonology cards. So there's that. And we're going to pull some Moonology cards at the end as well after we pull the tarot from Aries to Pisces to see where your energy is, where your emotions lie. When we talk about the moon energy, especially when we're in the sun sign of Cancer, everyone's intuition should be on 10. Now, whether or not you trust your intuition, that's a whole nother story. And that, baby, that's on you. Do as you so please. I would hope that you trust into your intuition, or that you start seeking tools to help you have more trust in the divine. That's what this is. You know, a lot of people think, there are people that practice, root work and hoodoo voodoo, and there's nothing wrong with those things. But what I hope and my goal is that people that run across my channel is that you see tarot as a tool. You see what is happening here as a tool to enlighten oneself and to get closer to your connection to the divine. That is my hope. I still believe in God. Do I believe in the Bible? I believe it was a book. I'm going to leave that alone. I always get into that. That is for the membership area, my rants. Moving forward. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to it. Because I was just about to go. I said, nope. If you're new to my channel, I tend to rant and go on a tangent. But I will let you know ahead of time when I'm about to go left instead of right back into the reading. I will always give you a heads up. All right? So let's go ahead and get into it and see what's going on with you guys from Moon Sign Mondays. I want that ash to fall in the ashtray. All right. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap to the energy of the collective, Aries to Pisces. Any messages that they're needing, any guidance that they're seeking today. Please allow me to relay these messages to them as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect their energy as well. And please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. See, the thing about it, I'm a huge studier of sociology. I like to study people and study why people act the way they do. Was it their upbringing? Is it economical? Is it, genetic? Is it from past life? That just interests me so much. And what I'm starting to notice is that religion, it plays, it doesn't. It doesn't play as huge of a part as we like to say it does. Because the basis of all religion is the belief in a higher power, and to have some type of like routine or some type of practice to wear, which is a tool that you believe in such higher power, which we all do. Whether you call yourself a spiritualist or you're in some type of religion, some religious practice, you know what I mean? That really has nothing to do. It has a bit to do with the shape of a person, but it's not like the root. If I'm ranting, it's because I'm like, what I found, especially in this last month, is that after turning, I had my 37th birthday, which is completion and beginning anew. And that brings me to my next point, and then I'm going to get into the reading, I promise, is that stop looking at your age, like when you, especially those of you who are in your young 20s or whatever, and you feel like you don't have it all together, just live life. Because there's something that happens to you, I would say around 33, that you start looking at the world different, and you really start finding the purpose of why you're here and what you really want to do and how you really want to contribute to society. And whether it's going to be a major contribution to you or what seems to you a major contribution that fits inside of your world and what interests you. Because once you find your passion, no matter who comes up against you and says, and they feel as though their passion is larger than yours, your passion will always be the center of your world. I hope that makes sense to someone. All right, moving forward. And mine just happens to be socialism. I just like to I like to study it. That's why I'm in tarot. I love the different clients, and I feel as though what has led me to actually learn the law of detachment and not judging others is because of my thirst of wanting to know what makes people tick. The study of sociology in today's society. Why people the way they are, why they act the way, is it economical? Why is their mindset like that? And then once you start really paying attention more to the upbringing and studying of those people, you release the judgment, because people can't help where they come from. You can always change it, but there's certain aspects to certain people in the way they think because of their upbringing or because where they were placed. And you release the judgment, and you get more into wanting to know, how did your family even get in this situation in the first place? And then it takes you back to history. It's a long thing. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, let me get to the reading. I know y'all like, girl, reading starts 7 minutes. If you're watching the playback, I'll put it in on the title, because I know y'all be like, if you don't get to what you need to get to and tell me what's going on with me, this is a part of you, though. You're a part of society. Yes, yes. All right. Aries, so you guys got the High Priestess, which talks about being observant, which is the reason why I just had to go through my whole rant and spiel of what I was talking about, because you guys are observing a situation. They want you to be in the energy of just observing. The High Priestess observes, she don't say nothing, but she peep shit. This is my peep shit card, okay? So there's that. Hello. All right, so Taurus, you guys got the Nine of Cups, which is talking about a dream coming true, wish fulfillment. This does not have to be something tangible. Like I was saying, this could just be your wish fulfillment of finding out what is your actual purpose, why you're here. Because we're talking about moon energy. So you're having the energy and the emotion of, man, this is why I was placed here. Because I get those questions a lot in personal readings. What is my purpose? Which no one can tell you what your purpose is, because that is something you have to discover. If you go to a tarot reader asking, what is your purpose here on life? You have neglected your journey. What do I mean? I mean by you are failing to do your own work. This is a tool. This is a tool for you to build, for you to go on a journey, for you to discover what your own purpose is. No one can tell you what your purpose. We can say what you would be good at doing, but as for what your purpose is, you must seek and you must find. Yes? Yes. Right? Gemini, you guys got the Tower. Oh, so something that you're doing is shaking someone's perspective up of how you're coming at it in regards to the emotional state in the moon, like your intuition or how you're seeing or how you're feeling something that is being broken down. Okay, it's being broken down here to build anew, which is why I rant and why I had to go on my whole tangent. Anyways, Cancer. You guys got the King of Swords. Ooh, baby. Cancer said, listen, this is my season, and I'm trusting what I feel, what messages I have, because Cancer, here's the thing about it. Gemini, the Mercury, we get the message, but Cancer delivered. Cancer make this shit clear as day. Cancer's like, listen, baby, this is the moon. Let me tell you what what they said. Little sis said she heard this, but let me interpret this for you and make it clear as day for you, is what Cancer is doing. Ooh, baby, who you finna set right? What's going on, Cancer? Girl, email me. Anyways, you got Leo energy. You guys got the Four of Pentacles. You're too attached to something in this stagnant energy. You know, funny thing about you, Leo, and I got beef with you right now because you messing with Venus and Mars. It's like a threesome with the constellations, with the zodiacs right now. It's like you trying to align people but make them do stuff that they never did creatively. So if you're feeling out of whack and wanting to try something new and adventurous, blame Leo. Huh? Blame Leo. But with this energy for you, Leo, with this Four of Pentacles, what's happening is in the sense of the moon and sense of what the moon stands for in the energy of the moon with this Four of Pentacles is that your intuition may be a little skewed because you have a desired outcome of what you so see you want your reality to be instead of what it is. So be mindful that you're not skewing up what your intuition is trying to tell you because of what you desire for it to feel like instead of what it is. Okay? Virgo, ooh, hot daddy. That's that big D energy. That's, you guys got the Emperor. So what is happening is that you may have some type of strong control over someone's emotions right now, over your own. It's very self-disciplined energy here. You cannot be moved. You are not going to be moved from how you feel and from what you see and what your intuition is telling you, which is this is a really great energy to be in regards to the moon. It's also Aries energy, which is Mars energy. We know Mars is in Leo right now. Well, Leo's in Mars, whatever. However you wish to say it, but he's sitting there. They sitting together doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, McNasties. Libra. I had to think about it. I had to think of where I was. Don't judge me. Libra. So you guys got the Six of Wands, moving forward to victory, having faith that everything is going to work out according to plan, and you are following your North Star with the Six of Wands here. So you're following your intuition, which is very good. All good things. Scorpio. Ooh, I had to breathe. I had to breathe because I wasn't expecting this baby to show up today. You got the Seven of Swords. Huh? Who is this being self-deceptive? Some of you have a body dysmorphia is what I got as soon as when I seen this, or something like you're not seeing yourself correctly. And I'm going to blame that with Pisces and Saturn right now with that energy, is that there's something that your intuition is telling you this is wrong, but you're making it right. So be very, very mindful, okay, of that. Because it's like something you know is wrong, but you trying to convince yourself that it's right, but you know damn well this ain't right. Something like that. Sagittarius, you guys got the Five of Cups. Oh. So you're having a feeling, some of you may be feeling at a loss. This could be and this is something too where I'm glad it came out on Moon Time Mondays with this Five of Cups came out for you, Sagittarius. Because Jupiter is in Taurus right now. The thing about you missing a loved one or something like that is that you can always honor them. And that's when you want to learn how to honor your ancestors. And whatever it's the way you see fit, could just be you missing them. Make their favorite meal. Honor them by saying, this was your favorite meal. I'm going to cherish it and make it for my family. You know, you don't always have to have an ancestor altar and all of that. You don't have to. Would it be awesome if you did that? Would it be awesome if that you had a daily routine and you never let the candle go out? That would be great. But you got to remember your ancestors, they're moving around you. They're with you all the time. They see what you're doing. They see how you carry them in their spirit. Would it be great to just have a tool of an ancestor altar? Yes. Is it necessary? No. Okay. Those of us who practice, such as myself, it's necessary because we need the extra protection. But whether or not that candle is lit or not, the protection is still there, because as long as your heart is pure and you're thankful and you're praying and you're meditating, you're protected. I just wanted to put that out there. All right. Capricorn. Ooh, Capricorn, you got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Child, you said halt. Who goes there? Don't you cross that line. I'm not doing this. Something in my spirit is telling me do not go forward with this, and you would be absolutely right. So if you were thinking about that, Capricorn, about not moving forward with something, yeah, you need to pause for a cause, because there's something you need to look deeper in, and it may be in regards to self, because this Ace of Wands is, or it may be in regards to back to Leo being in Venus and Mars, so you doing the nasty. You may be wanting to practice celibacy, especially or something like that, or you have a partner or something, you're like, let's go celibate. You know what, this brings me to, I watched this couple, I want to say it's called the Bennett Gang. and they have like 3 kids, and they took their kids out of school and they're teaching them like worldly education and this and that. They had this reel where they were talking about how they went celibate for 30 days. This is a married couple, and how that helped them reconnect to each other because they got to know each other outside of intercourse and actually created intimacy, which is two different things. You know, you got intercourse, but intimacy. But you can have intercourse and be intimate, but that intimacy doesn't always have to be created with you sticking your thing in the thing. You know what I'm saying? So that may be something that Capricorn you're doing right now, like removing yourself from a certain situation to truly see what it is, or removing a certain component for something before you start doing something again. Something, a heavy sexual energy I'm getting from that, but like the lack of doing sex in order to see something clearly. So a lot of you may be doing like um what is it called, semen retention. All right, Aquarius, you guys got the 5 of Pentacles. You're feeling like you wasted your damn time. You are in the energy of wasting your, like, damn, did I waste my time doing this? Like, this is not flowing how I want it to flow. And be mindful that you don't have an energy around you making you feel like you're wasting your time for something that you feel is justified for there's somebody around you that's making you feel like you're wasting your time, and you're not. It's just because it's a jealous spirit around you that don't want to see you prosper. Be mindful of that, Aquarius. Child, who is this? Pisces. I had to think about it. I was like, who is next? Ooh, Pisces, you guys got the moon, baby. Speaking of magic and speaking of manifestation, some of you may be doing moon magic or planning on doing some type of moon ritual when we got that full moon coming up in Capricorn, because we're in Cancer season, so the full moon's going to be in Capricorn. Remember, when we're in the season, it's always the opposite energy of the sun sign. With the full moon will be in that season, because we're in Cancer season. The opposite of Cancer is Capricorn energy. So, and that's how the tarot's made: the moon, the devil, all of that. So, anyways, so you guys preparing for this full moon in Capricorn, and when we talk about the full moon that's coming up in Capricorn, it's the releasing of some type of way of being and seeing things and feeling. You guys feels like to me that you're changing your whole perspective on how you're receiving the messages and how you're listening and how you're paying attention to your intuition. Some of you are changing your mechanism of your meditation, is what I'm getting from this card. So let's go ahead and get to the collective message here. Now, with the collective message, we have the High Priestess and 9 of Cups, the Tower. Somebody is shattering their perception of how they're observing things. It's done, knocked over, and you're seeing. But I love how you're shattering what you believe to be true. Somebody could have made up in their mind what the world was until they experienced the world. The world's not here, but the tower is. So now that you've actually had some type of experience, some of you might be around 25. This is like, I'm getting someone who's 25, maybe 30. Like, you're really coming into. I know a lot of younger people, we have, and I was paying attention to that on, I keep seeing, I didn't watch the BET Awards, but I was looking at, somebody had posted something about all the BET Awards, and I didn't know who any of these new stars were. None of them. But they're shaping the culture of society now and how our kids are growing up and what they're seeing. And all I could do was think back to my time when I was growing up. And, we had the Destiny Childs, Christina Aguilera, the Britney Spears, the NSYNC and all that. And how our parents didn't understand what the heck we had going on. And it was like, oh, man. And it's like, but if you look at the root of it, celebrity is still the same. Entertainment is still the same. It's just coming in different forms now. The internet is more a pivotal part of our everyday life than what it was in the early 2000s, than what it was in the 90s, and what it was in the 70s and 60s and so forth and so forth. But has the concept of what we're seeing changed? No, because it's still influential. You know what I mean? It's just in a stronger way and it's more accessible. And now, but the thing about the celebrities is that it's, before we didn't really dig deep into the personal life of celebrities as we can do now. But I used to be so against social media, and I kind of still am in a way. But now I love it because this generation, what is it, Gen Z generation, they have a more realistic, if you really want to think about it, they have a more realistic view of people than what we do, because now they get to see the inner workings of celebrity and not just what shows up on TV every night at 8 o'clock. They get to see how these people live and who these people truly are in character, their morals, their boundaries, and say how this person, either they can be manipulated very easily. And this is going to let you see Gen Z, who in Gen Z is naive, who has a good upbringing, who has strong will and strong willpower of their own. You know, this is really testing to see who's easy influence and breakable, because you're able to see people we put on the high pedestal as a human being, as you so are. Not saying that they aren't, but you're really getting to see them humanized. And I kind of like it. I'm getting into it now. Now that I've studied it a little bit more, I'm like, I kind of like that aspect of how social media is giving us access to that, because before we had these people on pedestal and forgot that they were still human beings, you know, and we did not humanize them as we so should. And so that's shaping the new generation to be, that's why they're saying this new generation of Gen Z is so more difficult than the millennials and the Gen Xers, because they have the access that we did not have of being their authentic self, that we did not have. And so a lot of you who could be in my generation, like the millennials and the Gen Xers and baby boomers and all that, is you're starting to see that I may need to change how I viewed reality and not go against these Gen Zs. Not saying to follow suit with these little, because they still a little out there now, but to change my view of how I'm seeing things in order for me to get to the Six of Wands that I thought you had. Because some of you thought you had some idea of what you figured as a victory, until you realize what you're observing was not, how you're observing something was not correct. It's not correct. So moving forward. So that's what I'm getting here. And then you have the Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Moon. No, you won't be left out, but some of you may need to take a step back, because, and also you may need to go on like some type of cleanse or something like that and detox yourself from what you're seeing, because some of you are dealing with a lack mentality, like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. And that goes back to you needing to be more observant, because what is being seen from your eyes and what you thought was wish fulfillment, now you're seeing the true reality of what the humanizing of today's society really is. And so it's like with the Moon, your ancestors are trying to tell you that you're not missing out on anything. You had a warped view of what you were seeing, is what I'm getting from this collective message. Yes? Yes. So let me go ahead and give you guys a Moonology card. Then I'm going to go ahead and I got some presentations I got to finish doing. Then I'm going to go ahead and leave. And why y'all not members yet? See, y'all missing the weekly astrology report, because you don't want to become a member of this channel. You missing out. What is the collective Moonology for the collective? Ooh, you got new moon. A new start is coming. That just went with my whole collective message in the whole reading, didn't it? Come on, spirits. Show the accuracy for your girl. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. I appreciate you trusting me with your energy. If you made it this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link to do so is in the description box below the video. I will talk to you guys another time. Bye. Who is that texting me at the end of my video? All right.